Assalamu alaikum, my wonderful viewers. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to start drafting the front. So this is my waist, that's my starting line, and that's my waistline. Okay, so I'm going to mark my waistline. Your waist divided by 4, then you mark it. So I'm marking my waist divided by 4. Then you come to the hip, that's my hip line, and this is my knee line. On my knee line, my hip measurement divided by 4, then I'll remove 2 inches for my hip measurement, then I'll mark it on the knee line. Let's assume that my hip is 40 inches, divided by 4 is 10 inches. So if I mark 10 inches on my hip line, then on my knee line, I will remove 2 inches from it, which means I'm going to mark 8 inches. And I'm marking the same thing, the same measurement I mark on my knee line, I'm marking the same thing on my full length. Then I will just make a straight line. So that's my front. So now I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple measurement. I'm going to mark on my waistline my nipple to nipple measurement, and my hip line too. I'm going to mark it, which is just 4.5 inches. So that's what I'm marking. I'm marking it up to the hem of my skirt. Then I'll make straight line. So my knee line, where I mark my knee line, is actually 3 inches above my knee line, not exactly on the knee. So after making my straight line, I'm going to turn it to the other side, and I'll draft the back too. So let's draft the back. So before drafting the back, I mark 1 inches zip allowance at the back side. That's what you are seeing there. That line that you are seeing at my front, this place where my hand is, that's my zip line. Okay, so on my waistline, I mark my waist measurement, and on my hip line too, I mark my hip measurement. Just divide your hip measurement, divide it by 4, divide your waist measurement by 4. Then on the knee line, I remove 2 inches for my hip measurement, then I mark it. So on the hem of my skirt too, I just mark the same thing. Whatever I mark on my knee line, I just put the same thing on my hem line. So after that, I'll just connect all the points together. Please, if it is your first time coming across my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. And please subscribe. There's no harm in doing that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? And don't forget to press the notification button so that anytime I upload new videos, you get notified. So I'll also mark my nipple to nipple measurements on my back pattern, okay? So that's what I'm doing. Then I'll just make a straight line on it. So when marking your nipple to nipple measurement on the back, remember that you have put zip allowance, so don't go and start it from the zip allowance and mark 4.5. Instead of you marking 4.5, because of I have 1 inches zip allowance, now I'll mark it 5.5. So I'm connecting all the lines together. One thing you must also know about this skirt is how you want your skirt to flow depends on your fabric. If you don't have enough fabric, you cannot spread it like the way I did. So if you are spreading, you can either spread it 4 inches, 5 inches, or 6 inches. If you are using 2 yards of fabric and you spread it like the way I did, it will not reach, because I make use of like I make use of 3 years of fabric for the skirts. I was having 6 years of fabric, so I didn't mind to manage my fabric because I know I have enough fabric. My clients give me like 6 years of fabric for this style, and it is like up and down. So I decided to make this skirt for her. After I finish everything, I will show you how the end of my skirt was. It was very flow. Yes, was very flow and it was very nice. So that's my front pattern that I'm cutting. So now my front pattern, I have 2 patterns. So I'm going to divide from my knee area to the hem of my skirt. I'm going to divide it into 2. That's where my knee area is. The line, you can see the line there. So that's the knee area. So whatever I have there, I'm going to divide it by 2. So I'm going to divide it by 2 because I'm going to do slash and spread method. So after dividing it, I'll just do the same thing to the side of my back, or my front. So this is my center front. So I'm going to cut it and open it and slide. I'll open the side. Okay, I'll not open the folded area. Remember, my front is one side is going to be on fold, as you can see. So I'm just spreading it by 8 inches. I'm spreading it by 8 inches for my front, and it's going to be on fold. Okay, if I'm going to cut it on my fabric, it's going to be on fold. That's why I open only the sideways where it is being folded. I didn't open it. Don't worry, you understand it when I'm to cut the back. So I'm just making sure that the length is the same. So that's what I'm doing. Then I'll connect it together. Then I'll cut it out. So this is my center front. Okay, you can see where the CF is. It's very straight. So now I'm going to cut my side front. So the side front, I just put it on my new pattern paper. They make straight line because I'm going to open both side. I open both side. So I have to mark straight line in front so that I'll know how to spread it. So I'm also spreading this by 7 inches. Okay. I'm managing my pattern paper, so please forgive me if you cannot see it clearly. But don't worry, when we go to the back, you understand more. So I'm just doing the same thing. So I have to measure it around, make sure the measurement is the same. So the center line, as you can see, from that center line coming to the other side is 7 inches. And from that side to the other side too is 7 inches, both left. The side is having 14 inches because I have 7 inches on both sides. Okay, so I have 14 inches. So in all, I open it 14 inches. So after that, I will just make sure I correct everything I have to do. Then I'll cut it off. So that's my center front. Okay, that's my side front. So the side front, I open both side and I make straight line, and I spread the left 7 inches, the right 7 inches, which is making it 14 inches for only the side. So now we cut it out. If you want to use 2 yards of fabric to make a nice 6 pieces skirt, please check on my YouTube channel. It is also on my YouTube channel. I've teach how to make use of 2 yards of fabric to make a 6 pieces skirt. So if you want that, please you can check it on my channel. Thank you. Okay, so now this is my front pattern. Okay, you can see how my front pattern look like. Have you see how it look like? So just put this one aside, then we work on the front, on the back. So we are now going to work on the back. So look at what I'm doing. I am cutting it from the hem of my skirt to where my knee area is. Okay, that's what I'm cutting. So I will slide open the side. So this is the side that I'm open, and I'll open the other side too. So because I open the two side, that's why when I'm cutting that, I'll make center line. I'll make a line in the center, then I'll open the other side 7 inches, the other side 7 inches, then I'll get 14 inches. I hope you understand. So this is my center back. Please pay attention here. So I'm going to cut it from the hem of my center back, from the hem of my back. So I'm cutting it from the hem of my pattern paper to my knee. So after that, I slide open the side. So on the front side, I didn't open the other side. You see, I opened this one side. This is how I cut the front. So after I finished cutting this one on the front, I didn't cut this side that I'm going to cut, because that place will be on fold. So I didn't cut that place. Okay, where I'm cutting now, I didn't cut the front side because that place will be open. So I only slice open one side, and I just make I spread it by 8 inches, and it is going to be cut on fold. But this is the back. The back is not going to be cut. You see, I'm making straight line. Can you see how I'm making my straight line? So after making the straight line, then I'll spread the both sides 7 inches, which I'll get 14 inches now. Then I'll cut it. So that's what I'm cutting. Now I have 14 inches. If you are to measure from one side to the other side, I'm having 14 inches. So I'm going to do the same thing to the side pattern. Whatever I'm doing here, I'm going to repeat it to the side pattern. So I'm cutting it off, and that's my center back. And remember, my center back, I'm going to cut it two pieces. I'm not going to cut it on fold. So I'm going to cut it 2 pieces. After I finish cutting both the center front and the side back, you understand it. So you can see the difference between my center front and my center back. Okay, you see my center back. This is my center back and my side back. Can you see how it looks like? So this is my back pattern. So you see how it is look like. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Thank you very much. Like and share my videos. And this is how it looks on the final skirts. So this is it.